In this session, I'm going to explain two programs to you. The two programs are how do you find the largest of two numbers using the if statement number one, and the second program is how do you find the largest, the smallest, and the second largest or the second smallest in the same program using the if statement. So every time I'll not be explaining about this header file and all this stuff. We'll just be starting from the variable declaration. In order to find the largest of two numbers, I require two variables a and b. It can be x and y, n1 and n2, anything. Now what I do is I first ask the user enter the values of the two numbers. So the user will enter one value into a and one value into b. Let me enter 10 and 20. Now what I'm going to do is initially I'm going to compare. Since I'm required to use the if statement, I am going to do an assumption that the largest is a. So the next statement is largest int large is a. I have not called it largest, I have called it large. So I have declared an integer variable whose name is large and I am giving it the value of a. So here large happens to be a because I am processing one number at a time. Since I am processing a is already processed. Now I need to compare b with large. So what I'm going to say is if b is greater than large, then my new large is going to be equal to b. Since 20 is greater than 10, okay, 20 is definitely greater than 10, then large new value is going to be equal to 20. So here I have used the if b greater than large is b. Then I am coming down here, largest is large and it is going to end up printing 20. And with this, you end your program. So this is a very simple program done using a if statement. Please make an effort to practice algorithms and flowcharts. Then programming logic as well as programming becomes not only fun, it also becomes extremely easy to learn. So fifth chapter is simply the most important chapter in your entire syllabus across the 2 years, which is flowcharts and algorithms. Now what we shall do is let us take a look at how do we find the largest, the second largest, and also the smallest of three numbers. Okay, so before we head there, let's try to understand this particular process, what I'm trying to do. So what I'm trying to say is I'm going to ask the user give me three numbers a, b and c. So first thing what I can do is I can either find out the largest or the second largest. How do I find the largest? Using this logic which I explained earlier. I am going to assume A is the largest, then compare B with the largest, then I'm going to compare C with the largest and find out the largest of three. Same for the smallest. I'm going to assume A is the smallest, then compare B with smallest, compare C with smallest and get the smallest value. Second largest is really easy. You will add A plus B plus C and subtract the largest plus smallest, which will give you the only remaining number, which happens to be the second largest. So let's try to take a look at this particular program and understand its working. The best way, as I said, is you must create this table to get a good feel of it. So let me call this large and let me call this as small and let me call this as second largest or second smallest are all the same in three numbers. I am first asking the user enter three numbers. So let us say we enter 25 and 3. Yeah, that's fine. 25 and 3 are the three numbers I enter. Now what I want to do is I want to first find the largest. So what do? I assume that A is the largest. So 20 is the largest. Now what I need to do, I have finished processing A. I'll put a tick on it. I need to go to B. I'll compare is B greater than large. Is B greater than the largest? No. So this condition does not get executed. Large remains as 20. Then I go to the next step. Is C greater than largest? Is 3 greater than 20? No. So the largest remains as 20. Now I have finished finding out the largest as 20. One part of the job is over. Now what I need to do is I need to go about finding the smallest. All right. So let us see how I go about finding the smallest. So in order to find the smallest, what I did was in the previous step, I assumed 20 was the smallest. If you saw that last step here, just to see that, I hope you did not miss it. Here, smallest is A. So small, I have assumed it to be 20. All right. So in this way, I have processed the smallest number. All right. Now, once I process the smallest number, I next need to go to B. Now I'm comparing, is B lesser than 20? Definitely 5 is lesser than 20. So my new value of small is going to be 5. Then I come to C. So I have processed B. I come to C. Is 3 lesser than 5? Absolutely. So my new value of small or smallest ends up becoming 3. So I have found largest as 20, smallest as 3. This job is over. Now if you see here, this is the largest, this is the smallest. This is the second largest, or you can say second smallest. How do you find B? You can add all of these three and then subtract 20 plus 3. So if you add all of this, it becomes 28 minus 23 remains 5. So B automatically, or 5 is the second largest value. This is how I have done here. Second largest is A plus B plus C. 20 plus 5 plus 3 is 28 minus 20 plus 3, 23. 28 minus 23 is equal to 5. So second largest happens to be 5. Now the printing, smallest number is equal to smallest. I am printing 3. Second largest number, what is the second largest number? I am printing 5 based on this calculation. And largest number, now what I am going to have? The largest number I am going to have is going to be 20. So with this, I hope you have got an idea how I have shown you to find the largest, second largest and smallest. Moral of the story, you must type in the code and run it on your own to understand and develop the required confidence. Because in the initial stage, you will make a lot of syntax errors like missing the double quote, missing the semicolon, okay, missing the bracket. You should know how to correct those errors. That will give you a lot of confidence. Doing simple programs and correcting the errors will give you a confidence boost. So please do it.